Gentlemen and lady, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome. The new expansion Shadow of the Warmaster is on the horizon. It's gonna release on the 16th of February, so basically this Thursday, and today I'm here to show you some of the new cards which will release for the Sons of Horus. I got two rare tactics for you and a pretty busted legendary troop, so I'd say without further ado, let's jump right into it. The first card I got for you is pretty simple. It's called Death Dealers, and for 4 energy you will deal 2 damage to all enemies. It's on par with something like No Survivors from the World, yet it's slightly worse because you don't have an additional on kill effect, but I think it's fine. At least it's not power crept into oblivion, and the Sons of Horus previously didn't have any really good AoEs besides Frag Grenade, but it was fairly weak, so most people ran death sets which would hit out, so now we got a little substitute for that, which is consistent. Less high rolly, but it will always deal the same amount of damage, so I really like this one. I'm pretty certain that it will find its way into the new Sons of Horus decks as a 1 or even 2 off, depending on the meta. And I'd say let's just continue with the next tactic. This tactic also costs 4 energy and it's called Spreading Corruption. Really cool artwork too. It's like Strategic Mastery from the Defenders of Caliban. It gives a Mark of Chaos and +1/+1 to your Sons of Horus troops. So it doesn't buff neutrals, that's the little difference. In return, I think Marks of Chaos are on average better than +1/+1, simply because of the keywords, and the stats are most of the time the same. Usually I would call this card mid because, well, it's one of those board-wide buff cards, the win more card you see in almost every legion, but there's one major thing which kind of makes this pretty good, and it's obviously Muster for Lupercal. It's 7 energy, yeah, and you get 5 little dudes on the board, which are Sons of Horus. If your opponent can't deal with them, you can follow up with that. It's basically like a 4 energy frontal assault, on average, yeah. And the thing is, frontal assault costs 6 energy and gives +2 attack, yeah, to your warlord as well. But here, on 8 energy, which comes after 7 energy, where you play muster, you can play 2 of these. So yeah, you can buff your mustered guys twice, and I guess that will be kind of a win condition. I'm kind of disappointed that they got more muster support because it makes it kind of binary again, but yeah, we will see. So guys, I know most of you are familiar with Sophipok, the legendary Siege Demon. Now imagine if he had better stats, no maintenance, and if his ability would be a rally effect. Yeah, this is your reality now. I present you Melakers, the Twisted, 8 energy, 8/9 legendary troop with Spear Tip. Your next tactic this turn costs 0. Spear Tip means that this effect triggers if this is the first card you play in a turn. Negative downside here is that you can't ramp out this guy, so if you want to cheese him out with drilling sights or with the Sons of Horus counter attack, the Spear Tip won't trigger. But I think this is good, because this effect is busted. The obvious follow-up would here be like something like Muster for Lupercal, expansive but high impact tactic. If your opponent can even deal with the little dudes, he will still have to deal with the 8/9. If he deals with the 8/9, he can't deal with the little dudes. That's an easy win condition, because obviously you can just, as usual, buff up the little dudes from Muster and win the game on the spot. I don't think this guy is okay. Even if you don't have Muster in your hand, you just need any swingy tactic. Like Death Dealers I showed earlier. You play against Defenders of Caliban, your opponent plays Calibur's Heart. You play Melakers and Death Dealers. Yeah, very good. Or if something like Outflank gets printed, then he's like a targeted Stellog Ethan. Just more flexible, because you can use it on any tactic. Can it be a neutral tactic as well? If we get something like the same caliber as old Desperate Defense, so a very impactful high energy tactic, this guy's gonna be nuts, and you're gonna have 18 energy turns on 8. I don't like this too much. He's obviously super strong, but I think he should be toned down a little bit. Stats are prime, they should go down if the effect's gonna remain the same. They should go down a lot, actually. Or the tactic should be reduced by 5 or something, not to 0. So yeah, I hope Evergold sees this. I don't think this is an okay card. Or you need to change Master. So it is like Spirit of Mars, where you just draw starters from your deck, not put 5 dudes in play and then buff the shit out of them and then win the game on the spot. It's just a very binary game experience. It has nothing to do with fun or skill. Anyway, that aside, this guy is broken as hell. Muster, yes or no, I don't care. And yeah, that's about it. Alright guys, and that was it for my reveals. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was informative. Let me know in the comments what you think about the new cards. And don't forget to subscribe. There's a lot of content coming your way with the new expansion. We're gonna do release streams. And of course I'm back with regular videos, deck guides, and requests from you guys. I hope to see you then, and until then, midnight out.